Hey everyone, it's Leo Young here with Impressive Graphics Media, and today I just want to go over a little bit of comic book news with you. So, one of the X-Men's most iconic, rocky, and painful relationships is, after too many decades, moving to the next level: marriage. Tomorrow, Wednesday, June 20th, X-Men Gold number 30, or issue 30, will come out, and we will finally see Peter Rasputin, aka Colossus, and Kitty Pryde do the do. Not like that. However, as many comic book tropes go, Kitty will back out, and that will leave the stage open to Gambit and Rogue. Last month, Marvel released a standalone title, X-Men Wedding Special, to lead up to the wedding. Now, after the apparent binding of the Raging Cajun and the Southern Belle, a new ongoing comic book series will start next month called Mr. and Mrs. X, written by Kelly Thompson and art by Oscar art by Oscar. Though not much of a shock factor to the readers who know that Marvel loves to mess with their X-Men, Kelly Thompson, the woman who helped make this happen by bringing Rogue and Gambit together in a recent issue, she was taken completely by surprise, saying, Marvel likes to keep things interesting and throwing a wrench into things. I think I was resistant to it initially, but that's my mistake. It creates all this great conflict and intrigue. To help explain the decision behind the move, Mark Guggenheim, who wrote this latest issue of the X-Men Gold series, comes out and states, comics, like TV and film, is a very collaborative media. These are not my characters, they are Marvel's. Part of writing other people's characters in a shared universe is that other ideas are going to end up supplementing yours. My job as a writer is to take those marching orders and write the best issue I can. Mr. and Mrs. X, issue number 1, will be released July 25th, 2018. If you watched this video just a little bit earlier, you might have noticed that I smiled when I said Gambit and Rogue. Why? Because they are one of my favorite comic book relationships. Oh my, there was one story I remember where fucking Mystique, Rogue's mother, came in pretending to be another mutant or something, like she was being hunted, and then Gambit found out she was Mystique, and she's like, hey, are you gonna let me through? Are you gonna get some of this? And Gambit was like, I don't think they ever discussed what if Gambit really, if Gambit really did that, but if he did, that'd be awesome. Wait, if he did, that'd be cheating because he was with Rogue. But the reason I like this is because for so long, Marvel always kept doing this whole Gambit wants to be with Rogue, Rogue wants to be with Gambit. Oh, you're dead, Gambit, because Rogue can't touch people. So the fact that they're just going out this far, and I'm pretty sure if I read correctly, they're drunk when they did this. But if they're going to continue with the series like Mr. and Mrs. X, even if they're drunk, they're staying with it. So that's going to be very interesting to keep up and see where that goes. On the other hand, it does make me wonder, like, does this also throw off Peter Rasputin and Kitty Pryde's whole wedding? Because the one thing is, I didn't explain this, Mark Guggenheim, who again wrote this issue, the reason that she got cold feet is because of the history that the two of them had. One of them was that I think Peter was like 17, 19 when he joined the X-Men, and Kitty was 13. That was when they first met, so there is a big gap in their age. And then there was all the other stuff where he died, Kitty was shot in a rocket, and all this stuff, and it's just building up anxiety in her, and she's like, I can't do this. And when you think about it, it's like, how many people who are teammates and heroes who have this type of history can really look at each other and go like, I'll do it. Apparently Rogue and Gambit, but they're on a different level. Like, Colossus and Kitty are good people. Rogue and Gambit they can be good. What was that noise? That being said, I am honestly a little bit interested to see if this will fall over with the movie, like the future X-Men movies or anything else. But the final note I want to land on is, does this affect how comics work? Because the fact that they're getting married, it's one of those larger aspects. Marvel really likes to throw in marriages and then rip them apart, because if you didn't know, Star-Lord, yes, that Star-Lord, he proposed to Kitty. They was a X-Men Guardians crossover, and it happened. It broke up, but it still happened. So the thing is, I'm kind of hoping that Marvel looks at this and they go like, you know what? We're going to keep them until the literal death do us part, where one of them dies, of course, and comes back another year. And for this is Marvel's way of saying, we're going to start, you know, finally tying up the knots for at least some of the relationships. Because in my opinion, I love Marvel and I love DC. DC can get away with it because they just did that rebirth shit. But, Marvel characters are getting old. I love Spider-Man, but if you don't know, Spider-Man was married to Mary Jane, and then he sold his... something happened. I don't want to say he sold the soul. You know the comic where he talked to the devil, and he was like, yo, Satan, get everyone to get rid of my memories or something like that. And basically, it got rid of his marriage. And everyone hated that story, but that's the one story Marvel will not let them give up. And the reason people Marvel wanted to go with it is because that brought back the young Peter Parker. In a way, it's like, oh, now he's single, he can have sex with whoever he wants, he can swing, he's a bachelor. But at the same time, it's like that ruins a character. This type of growth expands on a character's, you know, development. The fact that Rogue and Gambit can't, like, always touch, if I'm correct, they might have actually done that. Like, she might be able to touch people, but if not, it's still interesting because it does grow their characters beyond what they are. It's like for a long time, Gambit's been trying to get with Rogue, and he's been a little bit, you know, iffy. He's been like, hey, well, not me. Let me talk to you. And Rogue's been a little bit whenever he does that. So I'm very, very excited to see if this keeps. If it doesn't keep, oh well, we're going back to status quo. If it does, we may have, you know, 2 X-Men weddings. Like, Peter and Kitty might actually get together in the future. They might actually have their marriage. And just like I was saying a while ago, Storm and Black Panther, they might have they may be remarried. So, from the looks of it, the X-Men are doing pretty well. But I know I jumped off the last thing where I was saying character customizations. It's just like art development. All these characters are getting to the point where I'm like, Spider-Man has to be in his 30s. He has to be. This guy needs to put a baby in someone. Wolverine's done it 7 times, maybe a little bit more. They're all dead, but that's Wolverine's life. That's not Spider-Man's life. So, you know, I'm just jumping around at this point. Anyways, other than that, I hope you guys did enjoy and found this video informative. If you are a comic book fan, if you did, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button to get access to our notification gong to be updated to when the next video drops. Also, don't forget to like, comment, share with your friends and family. I want to get this discussion rolling because I want to hear your thoughts about it. Do you believe that this marriage, this whole event, is just another shock factor, and after like 6 months, Marvel's going to be like, all right, go back to your rooms. Now let's see who else we can. Oh yeah, black and red people. That's what we do here at Marvel. So if you think that's the case, please put that down below in the comment section. If you're actually like excited like I am and hopeful that this leads to a much brighter character development, post down in the comments below. Anyways, either way, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, once again, my name is Leo Young. This is Impressive Graphics. Stay impressive. See you in the next one, and peace. I need a smaller outro.